Hi everybody, you're watching Geek This Week, and I am your regular host, Talon. And as you can see, we have once again changed scenery. Now I'm in a yellow chair instead of a beige chair that looks like it's owned by an older person. I don't have a lamp anymore, instead I have fish. So that's fun, right? Keep you entertained in the background. I know they do lots of crazy things, fish. We also have a ton of geeky stuff in the background. Lots of books, some other, other things. Hopefully you can pick out some of your favorite things and let me know what I am an awful person for owning. Thanks, Internet. Anyways, hopefully my sound quality isn't terrible as well. I'm working on getting some better equipment. In the meantime, we're making do with what I have. So, yeah, without further ado, let's talk about what we're talking about today. We're going to start off, we've got some great news about some cocaine hippos and, building schools in Minecraft. All on Geek This Week. This week in gaming. With campuses closed all over the US, students have been rebuilding their schools in Minecraft. It's a great idea too, with some sentiment involved. Penn State students have been reconstructing their campus, now dubbed Penncraft. The main goal is to complete the campus before their graduation date, most specifically Locust Street, as graduating seniors traditionally walk down that street. Students have gone through incredible lengths to replicate campus buildings almost perfectly, adding hallways with appropriate message boards, perfectly scaled buildings, and even added some food trucks. People have already been reviewing the campuses as well, judging them based on how well they've been accomplished and replicated.
Their campus is very accurate, just like Brown's.
There's an absurd amount of schools that have already been created or are being created right now in Minecraft, but I haven't found anything for the U of U yet, other than Eccles Stadium. So if anyone is working on that right now, let us know. It's an amazing feat to accomplish, and I'm sure you probably need help. Campus is pretty big. This week in science. It's been a while since I've shared some quantum physics news, so here's a small update. Scientists have made an important leap in quantum entanglement. If we ever develop an internet of quantum computers, they'll need to be able to share entanglement. So far, this has been accomplished by electromagnetic links like optic fibers. As far above my head as this is, it doesn't solve the problem of distant communication using microwaves. Using microwaves isn't reliable because they can't be propagated without loss, which is real bad for data transfer as delicate as quantum entanglement. So scientists have been working on entangling these microwaves with optic fields, then use optic links with significantly lower loss for longer distance communication. Researchers at Quantum Optomechanics have been using a membrane that's 3 by 3 millimeters wide, huge, right? Made from silicon nitride and pierced with a pattern of holes that isolate motion on the central pad. That means it's sensitive enough to show quantum back action, so if you have two lasers that are pointing at the membrane from either side, one laser can read the quantum back action of the other, almost like the lasers are talking to each other. This is a crazy dope step, and it'll be awesome to see if it gets implemented soon to allow a network of quantum computers to be made. We'll have a link to the article from Nature Communications in the description, of course, down below. Still using that. In other news this week, a little bit of good local news. Salt Lake is officially the owner of Hobbitville. No, not anything in New Zealand or Hobbiton related, but it is a historic park located in a secluded part of Sugar House. When the owner of the park passed away in January 2019, there has been no owner to take care of the land and preserve the location. Hobbitville, more formally known as Allen Park, was originally purchased by Dr. George Allen in 1931, where he and his wife lived on a property with their family and exotic bird collection. Mayor Aaron Mendenhall spoke about the $7.5 million purchase, noting the rare opportunity to preserve almost 7 acres of a unique ecosystem in a historic area that would otherwise have been developed into a new townhome community. We don't need no more of those, do we? The City Council is now in discussion on their next steps to turn the land into a public park so that we can all access it and play in Hobbitville. Alright, so I'm sure you've heard of Pablo Escobar and his cocaine empire. Well, decades ago, he brought a bunch of hippos to Colombia. Today, they number around 80 and may actually be helping the local ecosystem. As the hippos are herbivores, they seem to be filling an ecological niche that Colombia just hasn't had for thousands of years. Dubbed the cocaine hippos, they have been helping to revitalize the local soil, filling it with nutrients, which in turn is affecting the flow and availability of water. Hippos seem to represent several different extinct species traits, meaning they eat, travel, digest meals, and poop on a comparative amount to these creatures that are extinct. Some scientists are saying that hippos poop too much, though, which can decrease the oxygen present in water, which isn't great. We'll obviously need a significantly longer time to really understand these cocaine hippos' effect on the Colombian ecosystem. But hippos might end up being our answer to revitalizing struggling ecosystems. Hippos in Utah, anyone? Alright, and now onto our Saved You a Click section, because there is some still news out there that I kind of just want to update you on, but don't want to spend an entire segment working on it. We've got more Apple security news. The new iOS 14 being released hopefully later this year will be hardcore stepping up its password manager, iCloud Keychain, supposedly implementing multi-factor authentication and password change reminders. This will make Apple more competitive with other third-party password managers like LastPass and 1Password. The James Webb Telescope has unfurled its wings for the first time. We've updated you on the groundbreaking telescope before, so this is just an update. But its mirror is deploying correctly, which means it should be safe to launch to space now. It's exciting, though once it's in space it'll be around 3 weeks before its mirrors are fully expanded and adjusted for operation. And finally, the Mars rover has a secret message written in Morse code. Explore as one is the message that's hidden in the sun's rays. Well, that's all from us this week. I do hope everyone enjoyed the episode. I hope you're all staying safe, staying home, and, not totally annoyed and want to kill any roommates that you live with or family members. I know that siblings can be rough, parents can be rough, roommates can be rough, but thankfully we're all still doing all right. I'm not dead yet, so that means I'm obviously not pissing off my roommates enough. So yeah, we'll see if you do see me next Thursday. Maybe you'll have a new host. Hopefully not.